Hey everybody, Adam here from Pennsylvania. Wanted to talk about my experience with a gastrointestinal perforation. Riveting stuff, right? But I thought I'd never heard of a gastrointestinal perforation until I actually experienced one. And when I was in the hospital recovering from mine surgery, I wasn't able to find a lot from like past patients. It was mostly just from doctors and nurses and stuff, and it wasn't super helpful because I didn't really know what to expect or anything. So as far as recovery, so if this can help a couple people out, I mean that's really kind of the mission here. But um, so this happened when I was 44. I'm 46 now. I'm 6'7", 215 pounds. So I'm a super tall, skinny guy. Um, was a heavy beer drinker for most of my adult life. I am a smoker, and I suffered a traumatic eye injury when I was about 9 that led me to take Excedrin all the time. So this all kind of correlates to the story as we go. But I have a stress-free life. It wasn't caused by stress. I've been happily married to my wife for almost 21 years. I have a great job, career, family, friends, all that stuff. So how it happened was Memorial Day of 2021. My wife's family in Lancaster County has a huge neighborhood yard sale that they do every year that I love going to. So woke up early to go down there and had a stomach ache, which was unusual. I had never really had stomach aches before, and I thought, man, what the hell is this? So wasn't like super painful. It was more just annoying. And as the day went on, it never really went away. So I thought, well, I'll get a good night's sleep. I'll wake up, it'll be gone. Tuesday morning, I woke up, it was still there. This stomach ache, not any worse, but just there. Same thing with Wednesday. Same thing with Thursday. I had this stomach ache the whole week. Friday morning, June 4th, I woke up and the stomach ache was now worse. Um, had a half day at work though. I thought, all right, let me run into work for a couple hours. I did that. Came home, cut my lawn. As the day went on, the pain got worse. About 3 o'clock, I thought, well, maybe if I move around, it'll make it better. I kind of knew it wasn't going to get better, but that was my thinking at the time. Took my dog for a walk, got about 200 yards from my house, and had to turn around and come home. I couldn't walk anymore. So thankfully, my wife was home, and she was able to run me into a hospital, which is about half a mile, maybe three-fourths of a mile from my house. Um, by the time I got to the hospital, I was screaming in pain from whatever this thing was, but which turns out that it was a gastrointestinal perforation. They immediately gave me fentanyl. I was in so much pain, they immediately whacked me with some fentanyl. Didn't really help. They said, we're going to get you in for a CAT scan. You're going to have to lay flat. I said, I can't lay flat. I wanted to be in fetal position. They said, you have to lay flat. So they gave me another dose of fentanyl. Was just enough to take the edge off for me to lay flat to get the CAT scan. And they came back and said, you have uh, a pencil eraser sized hole in the back of your stomach. And we need to do an immediate surgery. So that being said, about midnight that night, the on-call doctor came in, was able to perform the surgery. Woke up, excuse me, Saturday the 5th. 14 staples in my stomach, a drain in my stomach, it's a tube down my throat. Um, here's there's my surgery picture, and you can see the drain right there. So, um, how my stomach looks today. This is about 16, 17 months ago. But I'll obviously have that the rest of my life, so I need a tan too. I did not move for 3 days from the hospital bed. I just wanted to just lay there. I was not able to eat or drink. I was only able to suck on a sponge to get any kind of hydration, a sponge full of ice water. Uh, Third day, the doctor came in and said, "You're gonna have to move. You're gonna have to stand up. You're gonna have to walk down the hall if you want to be discharged." So the third day, the nurse came in and she was able to help me stand up, which was unbelievably painful. First thing she said to me when I stood up was, "How do you feel?" And I said, "I forgot how tall I was." So we had a good little chuckle about that. But fourth day, my wife helped me walk down the hall. It was starting to feel a little bit better now at this point. The fifth day, the doctor said, we need you to eat some solid food now. So I was given scrambled eggs, and for lunch I had a sandwich. He said, as long as you're able to keep that down, we will discharge you. So I was able to keep that down. I was discharged that night. Recovery time's about 6 weeks. For me, it was a little bit longer. My wife got this pillow that it's called the cheese. That's what we call it anyway, but it looks like a giant slice of block of cheese, but it helps you sleep upright, which is not comfortable, but I had to do that for weeks. You can't bend your body. You just want to be straight. You can't bend over to pull up your socks or cut your toenails or anything like bending over. She had to help me shower for weeks, and you're very limited to what you do. You can't lift anything over 10 pounds. The habits I've changed are, I've quit drinking now. It's been about 17 months. I still smoke. I still take the Excedrin, but I have to take medicine the rest of my life. I have to take omeprazole twice a day for the rest of my life, and I don't really lift heavy things really anymore. That just kind of scares me, but I've had no side effects from it. I'm kind of back to normal now. I do have to see my gastro doctor once a year to get scoped. They put you on there, stick a scope down your throat to make sure that everything still looks good. And my last one, they said it was fine. So, but yeah, one of the most painful things I've ever been through. Don't wait. So that would be my advice: is if you're starting to have some pain in the air inside, like your stomach, don't wait like I did, man. It was just awful. And then, if you catch it early on enough, it may be able to be treated with antibiotics as opposed to a surgery and missing work and being in bed for weeks on end. So it can be avoided, the surgery part of it. But if you're having this ongoing stomach ache, just be careful and go to the doctor. Go get a scan, see what's wrong with you. If you have any questions, please ask. I'm happy to help. And yeah, thanks for taking time to listen and watch. Thanks. Bye-bye.